Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to my latest episode of Imperial Runner. I'm down here on the surface of a planet in Horizons and I found some sort of outpost here. No idea what it actually contains yet, but hopefully it might be something interesting. I've settled down just outside and there doesn't seem to be any immediate defensive perimeter here, but I'm probably expecting there to be some sort of drones or sentries here at the very least. If there is something here, it hasn't been activated by the presence of my ship, but it doesn't mean that the SRV here might not trigger something. So it looks like there may be some sort of fluid here, some sort of chemical perhaps in the big container, as well as some large hangars. And although we can't see what's inside those hangars, we can see that there are some cargo containers. But what's in them is the question. Oh, we have some drones activated, 5 of them in all, 4 sentries and some sort of exploding device there. Now probably a few too many to take on in my SRV. I could probably get back in my ship and not have much trouble taking them on, but looking at them now, they are actually friendly. So I don't really want to lose reputation with the local reputation here, the local faction rather. It's been slowly building up, so until I know for sure what's in those containers there, I can't see it being anything that valuable though, in order to risk taking on the sentries or risk taking on my standing with the faction. But I'm still curious to see what's in them. You never know. Can't quite target the containers though from here, so I'm going to need to get a bit closer by the looks of it and use the turret to try it. Ah, T. Huh. So I suspect this then is the top secret T facility for the local region, and it needs to be highly protected by all of these drones and security forces here. Finding an outpost like that though, that nice point of interest was pretty cool. Quite a nice touch to see these sort of things after all the shipwrecks. Turns out that Frontier may well have put a lot of variations in the points of interest in the game, and although on this occasion it wasn't particularly valuable, I have come across valuable cargo more than once previously, such as gold and things like that, so it's certainly worth coming out here and having a look. This planet is a lovely looking place, as you can see here. Although the section here is all icy, the entire planet isn't actually icy. There's quite a lot of rocky regions here as well, but I wanted to settle down here just because how good it actually looks. So I soon come across another point of interest here, and you can see that this had some rather interesting cargo. There's quite a few thousand cargo credits worth there, but the drone here was actually friendly. I was expecting it to start attacking me, but it didn't actually do that, so I thought I wouldn't attack it either, especially seeing as it wasn't activating either. But I did want those cargo canisters, so I guess it was kind of fortunate that they did decide to roll down the hill away from the cordoned off area here, meaning that they wouldn't be protected by the drone any longer. As you saw, one of them was gold and the other was consumer technology, meaning a few thousand credits worth of cargo. So it was time to chase after them and collect them before they rolled all the way down the hill. Now, before Horizons was actually released, I always found ice planets to be one of the least interesting to look at in the game. And now Horizons is released, it seems that ice planets are actually some of the best looking planets you can actually find to land on. They can be a little bit of a nuisance to drive around on with the SRV, because it does slip and slide a heck of a lot. And if you speed up speed too much, you will have some trouble. So, I've actually got a few other missions here. I've got one to destroy some sentries, and I've got a couple of others, which are cargo missions, which I need to deliver some goods to another planet in a different system. One thing I really do like about being down on a planetary surface is that you immediately get to see the sense of scale of things, and that's very much apparent from the size of the clipper here. Quite a large ship indeed. So I'm going to head over to this sister planet here, the one you saw hanging on the horizon just now. It's quite close by, so it won't take too long to fly there. As we pass over this base again, the one I was at a moment ago, the one with the little top secret T facility, we once again get to see the size of scale. Up here in the ship, it looks a lot smaller than it did when we was actually down next to it in the SRV. Like I said then, we're heading toward the sister planet, or at least I call it sister because they are orbiting very close together here. It's just over there, very different looking to this one, but it's also an ice world. Rather dirty looking one though, to be honest. Something that's very much apparent once you're up close. But the first point of interest I come across on this planet was actually very interesting to find, or very easy to find rather. I don't always find them very easy to find when you're in a ship, but this one was literally right in front of my nose. I wasn't sure what to expect to find here, But I got a mission to hunt down 5 sentries, and the rewards for that mission is 150,000 credits or thereabout, so quite a nice payout for that. Fortunately, this point of interest actually had the sentries I was looking for, and well, I thought I might as well shoot them while I was in the ship. But have a look at this. The size difference between this poor little sentries and my clipper really is quite dramatic, and I really can't imagine them being able to harm a ship too much if they do return fire. That said, I've actually been attacked by a Goliath a couple of times, and those things really can pack a punch. Now if I can find one again at some point, I'll be sure to add it to a video. Right, anyway, it's time to attack these sentries. I've only got 2 medium guns fitted to this clipper, and I didn't outfit it with combat in mind, but I did suspect that I'd be able to come across some sentries like this, and that the weapons would probably come in handy. As you can see, the weapons make short work of them. Now I don't know what's going on here because the sentries haven't returned fire. As you can see, they are lawless, they are wanted, but I would have expected them to attack back. Maybe there's some sort of glitch here or something. Anyway, that makes 4 of the 5 sentries that I've got to destroy for this mission, so I'm going to have to head off somewhere else in order to find the other one. Hopefully there's going to be a couple of other nice points of interest out there on the way. That said, the other points of interest weren't that easy to find. I had to scent down on all occasions and actually go look for them in the SRV. Not too bad, I don't actually mind doing that because I do enjoy driving the vehicle, although as I said earlier, driving on these ice worlds can be quite slippy. I soon come across this little farm here, and I was actually tempted to destroy all these. If you target them, you can actually shoot them and they will drop various materials, but again you can see it's belonging to the faction that I'm actually friendly with, so I didn't really want to lose any of that rep with those. So the only way around that would be for me to actually travel to a different planet, or round to the other side of this planet if it actually has another base here that's controlled by another faction, and start taking down those little outposts and farms and things like that there. Although of course that will lead me to have a negative rep with some of those. But at this point in the game it's becoming a case that you really do need to choose sides, and you almost certainly are going to end up on the bad side of somebody. Not too far away from the little farm, I found this downed shipwreck, and it was actually protected by 2 sentries, which actually allowed me to complete the mission I was on. Curious though to see what was in the shipwreck here, so I headed over to see what it was all about. Now I could see straight away that there's a cargo canister here, and I have actually got a whole ton of cargo space, meaning I can pretty much pick up what I want. But what was of more interest was that there was a cargo rack here. Now I've heard of these, but I haven't actually found one yet. So I was totally unsure what I needed to do here. I tried scanning it with the data scanner, and well, nothing actually happened. Nothing on the transaction tab and nothing in the data side of it. So I thought perhaps if I shoot it and blow it open, I might be able to see the contents. Unfortunately, that didn't work either. So whatever it was meant to do, I guess I lost a chance there. With that all done then, it was time to head out and complete the cargo transport missions. Got 2 of them, totaling 500,000 credits between them. The destination is just a few jumps away, and I was really surprised when I got there to see that it was one of the large city types of settlements. As far as I can see so far, these are fairly rare, and the only place I've seen one so far is down on Mercury. If you're interested in coming to one of these, you can always come to this one. Just look at the planetary location down there in the left of the UI. The city actually has a large wall around it, and those walls go very high, giving some sort of protection, I suspect, to the landing pads from low-level aircraft. But the large landing pads actually have openings in the walls, allowing us to get much easier access for landing. Now you can actually go for a drive around these settlements, and they are pretty large. They also have a rampway, allowing you to get in and out the settlement via vehicle, and that's probably something I'll do in the next video. For now though, I'm here to hand the missions in and do a little bit of repair. I did get interdicted on the way out here. Unfortunately it was something I didn't capture on video, and I was only interdicted by a Viper, but for the first time I wasn't able to outrun it. Now I've got a clipper here with big engines, and I just kept booting right up to 420 meters a second, but the NPC Viper just kept right up with me and down my shields very quickly. I've only got class 3 shields, but nonetheless it seems that there could well be some changes being made to the NPCs and the interdiction process, something I'm going to need to get confirmation on with more playing. So there you can see I've handed the 2 missions in, making a fair chunk of money, and just having a quick look to see what other things we can perhaps take. The ultimate goal then is to get myself into an Imperial cutter, something that's probably going to take quite a while, but it'd be quite a nice ship to have. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time. This is one quite stunning system, and I'm out here making myself some credits. Since you saw me last time on Imperial Runner, I've been through quite a number of career options. Mining is where you left me at the end of the previous episode, and it's something I've spent quite a bit of time doing. We'll get to that in a little while. I'll let you know exactly what went on there. The plan with this ship has always been to build it up slowly, bit by bit, improving each module as I go, making money as opportunities present themselves, and then investing that money directly back into the ship again.